Hello, and welcome to Green Infrastructure, Adaptable Solutions for Your Climate. My name is Joni Palmer. I'm a project director at the Southwest Environmental Finance Center at the University of New Mexico. This video is part of our growing collection of green infrastructure educational resources. For example, you can register for a free 10-part quarterly green infrastructure webinar series at efcnetwork.org/training-events. All webinars are recorded so you can watch at any time. In our communities, traditional infrastructure like buildings and roads often dominate the landscape. These impervious surfaces create challenges with stormwater management because they prevent rainwater from soaking into the ground, leading to flooding, erosion, and pollution of our waterways. But green infrastructure offers a solution. Green infrastructure retains and treats stormwater where it falls instead of relying on traditional concrete-based solutions, which are largely underground. Rain gardens, for example, are designed to collect and absorb stormwater, filtering out pollutants and reducing the burden on our sewer systems, all while adding beauty to the landscape. Permeable pavements allow rainwater to soak into the ground, replenishing groundwater supplies and reducing the risk of flooding. Green infrastructure is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Its adaptability allows it to thrive in various climates. For example, the Midwest and the Northeast are temperate climates characterized by distinct seasons and moderate precipitation. Green infrastructure in these areas aims to manage stormwater, mitigate flooding, and enhance biodiversity. Rain gardens, bioswales, as seen in this image, and permeable pavements are common features to capture and infiltrate stormwater runoff while preventing water pollution. In cold climates, like Pittsburgh, with harsh winters and significant snowfall, green infrastructure must withstand freezing temperatures and snow accumulation. According to the Pittsburgh Water and Sewer Authority, you should follow these tips to protect green infrastructure during the winter. Tip number 1, don't over-apply de-icing salt or sand, especially next to green infrastructure. De-icing salts harm plants and water quality, and sand can clog green infrastructure. Tip 2, don't shovel snow piles next to or on top of green infrastructure. Snow piles block stormwater flow and crush plants and soil. Tip number 3, ensure rain barrels are drained and spigots are left open to prevent freeze damage. Switch downspout diverts to bypass barrels so stormwater drains throughout the downspout. And tip number 4, on a snow-free sunny day, take a peek at the garden projects. If the soil isn't frozen, clean debris and loosen the soil. Green roofs, permeable pavements, and rain gardens are designed to accommodate snow melt and prevent ice buildup. And you can see this at the city of Chicago's, their City Hall green roof. In areas with high humidity, like New Orleans, and with frequent rainfall, such as the Southeast, green infrastructure focuses on flood management, erosion control, and heat mitigation. Green infrastructure projects often include wetland restoration, coastal dune stabilization, and mangrove conservation to provide natural flood protection and buffer against storm surges. An example of this is in the city of Arcata, California. Their innovative wetland wastewater treatment facility, as shown here, has won numerous awards. In regions with limited rainfall and high evaporation rates, such as the Southwest, green infrastructure focuses on water conservation and drought tolerance. A good example of this kind of work is in the Dunbar Springs neighborhood in Tucson, Arizona. Brad Lancaster is integral to this neighborhood's transformation. Another example from Dunbar Springs, techniques like xeriscaping, which involves using drought-resistant plants and efficient irrigation systems. These are prevalent in these types of environments. Rainwater harvesting systems and permeable pavements are utilized to capture and retain precious rainfall, mitigating water scarcity and reducing stormwater runoff. This is also an example from Tucson. While the flexibility of green infrastructure offers benefits, it also necessitates specific plant choice, installation, and maintenance to guarantee its vitality and effectiveness. The city of Tucson, where this image is taken, is a leader in the field. Let's now travel to Albuquerque, New Mexico, an arid climate, to see some green infrastructure maintenance in action. This interactive map provides locations, images, and details of the screened stormwater infrastructure and low-impact development projects in the Middle Rio Grande Basin. You can find this map on the Arid LID Coalition's website, aridlidcoalition.org.
So here we're looking at a much larger stormwater feature. We have a large basin with several different inlets, and we're looking at an open channel inlet. So water makes its way from the parking lot and enters into the stormwater basin. And as it comes in, it's designed to hit this sediment trap and slow down with this large cobble. If this continues to back up, which is happening because of the elm and because of the sediment and debris that's pushing it here, it'll then skip over this curb or shortcut the sediment trap, and then it starts eating away and causing erosion and other problems in the basin. So we want to make sure that the water has a clear channel to go through here. So we're going to get rid of this volunteer elm and then clear out the sediment in the way. So in this case, with this basin, we have native seeding, trees, and organic matter already at the bottom. So what the organic matter, the leaves and debris that we're pulling out of here, so long as we get rid of all the trash, we can go ahead and just throw this right into the basin. So we want to clear out the inlet, but this makes for good mulch. So we'll just put this right back in the middle.
When you're tasked with maintaining permeable pavers, whether it's a cobble system, permeable bricks, permeable concrete block, or permeable pavement, the first thing to do is pick up any trash or debris. This can clog the pores of the pavement, preventing water from soaking in. Next, visually inspect the whole area. If there's any soil, gravel, leaves, or other debris being washed onto the pavers, remove it with a flat shovel, push broom, and a dustpan. Then check the perimeter to see if additional plantings or other barriers need to be installed to prevent the soil or debris from washing onto the pavement. This is pretty common, and a little bit of detective work goes a long way for future headaches. If sediment or debris is found during the inspection, walk the perimeter of the site to locate the source. If a source is found, the area may need some sediment control. Create a small depression outside the permeable pavement area to capture the sediment. You can use additional plantings or cover adjacent areas with mulch to help hold soil and other debris in place that prevent it from flowing onto the permeable pavers.
So here we have an example of a stormwater bump out along a major street. And the way this works, as stormwater comes down the street, it enters through this inlet, travels into a small rainwater harvesting basin, provides irrigation to the tree and the vegetation within the basin, and then the water that doesn't infiltrate continues on through the outlet and down the street.
Usually, GSI features are designed to function and look a little more wild than conventional landscapes. Here, plants are meant to keep their natural form. One of the benefits in GSI features is that most plants don't need regular maintenance. For example, native grasses can be allowed to grow and go to seed. They do not have to be trimmed down. Apache plumes and other native shrubs can keep their natural form rather than be shaped and lifted. This creates habitat for birds and ground critters. There are a few exceptions when plants need pruning or removal. If you have a plant that is blocking an inlet, preventing water from flowing into the feature, remove it. If you have trees with branches that are dead, dying, damaged, or obstructing pedestrian walkways or sightlines, remove those branches with proper pruning techniques.
By incorporating green infrastructure into our wastewater systems, we can reduce the strain on our infrastructure, improve water quality, and create healthier, more resilient communities. An example of this is in Los Ranchos, just north of downtown Albuquerque, on their 4th Street revitalization efforts. Thank you for joining us for this educational video about green infrastructure. Thank you to Bernalillo County for letting us use their video footage about operations and maintenance. Trainings are available, so please contact Kali Bronson at Bernalillo County or Mario Nuno-Whelan at Planned Collaborative for more information. If you would like to learn more information about the green infrastructure work we do at the Southwest DFC, please visit our website, swefc.unm.edu. Look for the tab at the top of our page. It's titled Our Work. Click the tab, scroll down to Spring Point Partners Green Infrastructure. Thanks again for watching.